I wasted 2 years of my life with this person.
And he didn't do the test in those 2 years?
He did it after 2 years.
Why? Why did it take that long?
We got carried away.
Oh, wow.
We have many AA insane than in testing.
Oh, that was a
You hear people say that I thought I was AA all my life until I had a child. People just assume that because I do not fall sick on a regular note, I am supposed to be AA. And there's so much more to falling sick and its relationship with sickle cell and AA and AS. I know that people have courage, but don't try it with sickle cell. Nah, it's not worth it.
Sickle cell is not something that we want anybody to go through.
Yeah.
Do not rely on. My mommy told me that I am AA.
Love is beautiful.
Oh, wow. I think Temi is in love.
I'm a preacher of love. I'm sickle cell and I don't want to hear. Come on now. How does that relate?
My name is Arilwa Ibrahim. Welcome to yet another episode of the Beyond the Veil podcast. With me here is Temi Abbas. Temi, can we meet you?
We're going to add this line now. Hi guys, so this is Temi Abbas, and I'm first a human being before I say anything about myself. I'm a sickle cell warrior and advocate. I am fun to be with. I love yellow. What else you want to do?
Yes, so this is Temi and today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, which is the importance of genotype in modern dating. I know that a lot of people would be like, I'm AA now, why do I even need this?
We have many AA insane than in testing.
Oh, that was a you get. But it's very important that we talk about these things because I remember that we once went for an outreach and you were talking about how you had even little children, warriors that were children. And it was baffling because I felt like, I think we now know about these things. We would not hide under the guise of, we don't know, like our grandparents. I mean, we now know. So why are we still having lots of sickle cell warriors that are children?
Okay, so first of all, background story means that we know what genotype is, right? We have variant type, we have the AA, the AS, the SS, the SC, and a whole lot of others that are not prevalent in this part of the country. All right, so the first question you said is, why do we still have people come up with being sickle cell? First thing is, as much as there's technology, there's innovation, there's new way of making money, we still have the poor amongst us, yes or no?
Yes, we do, of course.
Okay, so the reality of it is that we still have some people who do not still understand that there is first genotype testing before marriage. Yes, we have a lot of people that are now aware. There is a lot of, the gap has been bridged to an extent, I would say that. But we have labs doing so much too. We have laboratory error. You hear people say that I thought I was AA all my life until I had a child. I don't know if you had the news recently where the man was saying that his wife cannot give him his child to be sickle cell because he's sure he is AA rather, because the test that he has had over the years says that he is AA.
But he's not AA.
He's not AA. So these are laboratory error that comes up here and there, and that's why we always advise that do not just bank on one test. It's not like it's going to change, but we are in Nigeria once again, where a laboratory can just make mistakes. They can use one film for several people instead of using one for one person. So there's a lot of problems to that system, but that people are aware to an extent, yes, but some people are still not aware.
So you're saying the laboratory, which is one, and also the fact that people are not aware.
Yes.
But what about those do we have scenarios where we have people that are actually aware, they know, and they will still go into it? I know someone that said that I am AS, if I meet my AS, I'll just go into it, my child will be fine, my children will be fine.
Yeah, you're very right, Ore. And somebody has actually texted me before that she's AS and her boyfriend is AS, and she used to see what I'm posting, that she should not go ahead and marry. But if me, I can live life, doing so well with sickle cell, I'm volunteering, I'm this, I'm that. Why can't their child too be like me? I laugh. I didn't want to curse the girl because I wanted to just be, I didn't want to be emotional about it. So the truth is that I know that people have courage, but don't try it with sickle cell. Nah, it's not worth it.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not at all.
See, it's one in a million that you have warriors that are very strong. Sickle cell is, I don't want to use the word demon, but it's not something you want to head into, saying that because somebody is wearing a badge beautifully, you want to try it too. What if you get the one that is not strong? What if you get the one that is going to fall sick every day?
I mean, you don't even get to decide these things.
Exactly, you don't get to decide. It's not something you have power over.
I think you're an exception to sickle cell warriors in general, right?
Not just me, I have a couple of people.
I mean, that I know. Okay. I'm speaking from my personal experience, because I mean, sometimes it would take you telling someone that I am a sickle cell warrior for them to believe that you are a sickle cell warrior. Do you understand? But let's not lie to ourselves. We're not going to take out the fact that there are some people that when you see them, you know. They don't have to tell you. I mean, you just see the signs and you know this person is probably a sickle cell warrior. Do you understand? So when let's bring it down to dating now. So let's talk about the young ones amongst us. You know, some people have started dating for 4 or 5 years and they don't even know about their genotype. Like you said, the laboratory thing. You know, some people just say, I did it when I was in year 1 in school and they told me that I am this. And you know, everybody's A. I think 80% of people are A until they go to a proper lab, like you said. I say, I'm A now, so I can date anybody and all of those things. So now you now see these people 4 or 5 years of their life invested in a particular person. And they now realize that no, you can't work, we're not compatible. At that point, what do you think is that thing that person needs to hear to say, okay, maybe this is just the final push, this is all that I need to hear for me to know that it's not worth the try? Okay, so I'm going to take back to this scenario where I got into lasso. I was in 200 level, and at that time I was really crazy about advocacy. I was hell out for it, and one of my NGO I was volunteering, it was like, we have a mission to have 1,000 people tested. I'm like, okay, let's go to quarters, let's go to my church. I've not even become committed. I've given my life to Christ, but I was just on the edge. So we did this test. I lobbied and it was approved. And a lot of brothers in church were saying that, I be AA. That day I was just laughing. I'm like, just calm down. And it was even a rapid test kit, so you could see the results instantly. And after they are made him out, I don't want to mention their name because this video is going to go viral, of course, and you will see it's PU. And he said, you should show that when the result came out, it was not even anything, it was AS. And he had someone he was with then, I guess. So yes, I don't even know, but I think they had to just break it up at that time. Not just him now, a couple of other people. One was even AC, and they're like, I've never heard of AC in his life. I'm like, you see why you should get tested and not assume that because you don't fall sick, you know. And some of them at that time, they had to break up what they had. And what I love about PM that you say, if you can change your own, if you can change to A, come back out, join you and your partner together. So at that time, they had to. So if you are I would say I was a victim of that, even as much as I knew about sickle cell. I've been with one guy that was what's it called, AA, but he was not sure. So he said it was AS, and we had to break things up because I was like, I cannot risk all these things. Only for me to break up with him, and I realized that it was AA after testing. It was not sure, so I didn't want to take chances. So I met somebody else again. That same scenario happened, and because he said it was AS, I'm not sure, and later became AA. So I was like, let me not rush this one. Let me take my time and wait for when you are ready to do the test. Do you know I wasted 2 years of my life with this person? And he didn't do the test in those 2 years? He did it after 2 years. Why? Why did it take that long? We got carried away. Oh wow. We got carried away. So now is it that this question should not be what's your genotype? No, let's go. I say this jokingly. But any guy that you meet me and you say you like me now, first date is at Mikio. I'm going to the lab to our first date. Let's do the test day. Let's know what we're doing. Because people just assume that because I do not fall sick on a regular note, I am supposed to be AA. And there's so much more to falling sick and its relationship with sickle cell and AA and AS. So if you have spent 4 years with your partner, make the wise decision. And if you think you still want to go ahead, seek a counselor, genetic counselor. I'm not going to say, you cannot. There are other options for you. You don't have to have children naturally. You can do other things. Do not go ahead without seeking the help of a genetic counselor. You just put yourself into a pit.
So yes, that's just it. That's my advice for them. 4 years is not going to be a waste like that. If you really think that this person is worth it more than just having children.
But do you think the procedure is worth it in the end?
Love is beautiful.
Oh wow! I think Temi is in love.
I'm a preacher of love.
Oh wow!
Love is beautiful. So if you find someone that you love, why not? If you think you can risk not having children with them, and what? Life is simple, right?
Okay, Temi, so I hear you say love is a beautiful thing, love is this, love is that. And to me, I don't know if it's there, I would not buy that, because to me, I've had an experience where I know it's also worried that parents were doctors, they had all the money, and we still lost that. And this popular saying that love is blind, marriage is an eye opener. So are you saying that love is enough to battle sickle cell? Is that what you're saying?
No, I would not say that. Okay, so the first thing is that we must understand that we do not own our lives, but we can make right decisions.
Definitely.
Living a productive and fruitful life. Sickle cell affects anything and everything. I'll say that again. Sickle cell affects everything and anything because it has to deal with the blood. And blood, I mean that it is what flows. This is what gives us life. So if you have sickle cell affecting your brain, you have children that have stroke at age 6 because of sickle cell.
Oh wow!
Yes, there's no proper flow of blood to the brain, and they come down with a stroke. I almost suffered a stroke when I was young too. So I'm not going to say you should go ahead with your incompatible partner, no. But love will make you know that this is the right time to let go of this person.
Exactly.
That we cannot continue because we might end up having children that will regret having them because they'll be like, you knew and you had me. And they will even come and be resentful towards you. And you are thinking that you're
why bring me to this world to suffer?
To suffer all this pain. So I'm not going to say you should go ahead. Sickle cell is crazy. Let's not lie. You can have one person having 4 to 5 complications from acute chest syndrome to leg ulcer to vascular necrosis. It is crazy. And it's not just the warrior now. As a parent taking care of that child, you would also suffer mental disorder, because you are in and out of the hospital. You are spending money every day, for checks, tests. You don't want to do that to yourself. You just realize that life is more peaceful. Just just find the person that you're compatible with and just be with the person. Don't say love conquerors or we're not fighting here, it's not a battle, I beg. It's not kung fu. Don't do love conquerors. No, you will not like the decision you make at the end of the day. So that's just it.
And even the Bible says that I've laid before you life and death. So as individuals, we have the right to make our own decisions. It's just that at the end, you have to know that, okay, I'm here because of whatever decisions that I have made. Because some people would want to say, I'll just marry a sickle cell warrior. When we get to that place, we'll cross it. So the baby is here now. You're doing 7 days fasting and prayer, 21 days. I mean, the Bible is telling you, life and death, choose one. So it is very important that we know that sickle cell is not something that we want anybody to go through.
Yes.
It is not anything. Yes. And as much as you parents would say the psychological effect on the parent, on the child that does not have a control over anything, going through 100% of the pain and every other thing. So I think it is a lot. As a sickle cell warrior, I think we should actually name you Ambassador, because one of the things that you carry effortlessly is sickle cell. And you're not ashamed about it. You're very vocal and open about it. So do you have a message to warriors out there who are at the point of giving up, who have questions in their head every day, who think that they're a burden to their parents, their siblings and everyone around? Do you have anything to say to warriors out there?
Okay, so in one word, you are first a human before sickle cell. You are first God's own beautiful creation. Like, God crafted you uniquely. He made you special. He embedded in you so much. So do not, first of all, you don't even have sickle cell because of your fault
at all.
I tell people that, see, I did not go and fornicate and I have sickle cell. It's not HIV. Even though some children end up having HIV without knowing how they got it. I'm just saying that you did not bring this upon yourself. So do not pressure yourself in the first place. But however, learn to live with it, learn to see how you can make use of the most of it, how to give people the positive part of sickle cell. Sickle cell is beautiful. I always say that. Yes, the pain will come, but your impact on people, the joy you bring to the room, the value that you give, let them know that if you are in the room, you will solve solution. You bring answers to problems. When you're not around, they'll be like, I wish Temi was not in bed. She would have given us what to do to this problem. Just be that person that brings solution. That when you're not
person
around,
of value.
Yes, be a person of value, and just love yourself.
Very
you
important.
You didn't bring this to yourself, so love yourself. Live life. Remember, nobody is living this earth alive. So enjoy yourself and just be full of life, be full of hope, be full of positivity. Let go of negative things that come with sickle cell. Like I will say again, you do not give it to yourself. So just learn to love yourself and above all things, live.
And it's also important for people that live with warriors to know that there are things to say and things not to say to a warrior.
I'm having that episodes currently, and I'm talking to my warriors. What don't you want to hear? I'm a sickle cell warrior. I don't want to hear. Tori phone, no shiny pain. Come on now. How does that relate?
I think that one is a Nigerian parent something. Everybody's going through it. AAS or SS.
But then, yes, so that is just
be kind.
Just be kind. You don't know what the next person is going through. Just be kind.
I mean, you don't even know if someone is a warrior, it's right beside you. You don't wait till you start seeing signs and be like, oh wow, you're a warrior. Be kind to everyone around. It's very important.
Yes. Could be a sickle cell warrior, a cancer warrior, whatever people are battling. Just be kind to them.
Like you rightly said, genotype, it is very important that you go for testing at the appropriate laboratory. You also recommended that you go to at least 2 laboratories so that you're sure. Do not rely on, my mommy told me that I am AA. Like, do not rely on that so that you have the adequate information. Also, for relationship people, first question should not be, do you earn in dollars? It should also be, what is your genotype? And how sure are you that this is your genotype? And once you know that this is getting serious, it is important that you go to a laboratory to check yourself and be sure. Like we said, marriage is an eye-opener. Love is not enough. It is not enough. Even for an AA marrying an AA, love is never enough. So love is not enough. There's a need for us to know better and also speak to people around us so they know better. They see the light. It is very important that we spread the light and that we're also kind to people around us, whether they suffer from sickle cell or not, whether they're having crisis or not. It is very, very important. And that is it on this episode of the VTV podcast. We trust that you had an amazing session. Let us know if you have any questions or if you have a comment, write in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe on YouTube and also follow us on Instagram at Beyond the Veil _podcast. Thank you.